Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Groshin Krzyzewski. I was the moderator for this debate, and so I wanted to give a reflection afterwards, make a video that was kind of post-game thoughts in the wake of this debate, especially now that it's posted. In terms of some basic information about who I am, I have a PhD in history. My specialty is American Civil War and really modern Europe, modern America, sub-focuses on literature, architecture, from like 1500 onward. I'm the author of 6 books. Included in that number is the climatological disaster novella Seraphim the Dust Plague, the book of essays, the Hippo Lectures, Mark and Anna Models, which tells the story of 2 former fashion models, the 2 best looking people on the face of the earth, and most especially the 2024 end of the world, apocalyptic, absurdist, maximalist novel, Thermonuclear Mirth. The 900-page novel, Thermonuclear Mirth, the end of the world, but not just yet. This video is not about any of that stuff, though. It's not about any of that stuff. This video is exclusively dedicated to my role at Vandal Catholic, which put on this debate, the 6th annual Great Debate, which of course naturally speaks to the fact that we've done 5 before that. My role at Vandal Catholic as Director of Intellectual Formation, I've held this position since 2019. And I had the best seat in the house. Talk about courtside seats. You know, I'm right there on the stage getting to listen to these 2 men do their thing. And so I wanted to share with you how I saw that evening unfold. Before I do, as promised in the title, featuring my opening statement, the radio edit of my opening 4-minute introductory remarks. By radio edit, I of course mean audio only. I'm going to play that for you now, and after we finish that, I'll give you my thoughts on the debate. Father Hasenrall, Pastor Wilson, Mr. Heschmeyer, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Groshin Krzyzewski. I am Director of Intellectual Formation at Vandal Catholic and your moderator for that which I would like to warmly welcome you to tonight, our 6th annual Great Debate. It's nice to be here in so handsome an arena, especially in the still-lit afterglow of a basketball season when both the Vandal men and women's teams won the Big Sky Conference and advanced onto the NCAA tournament. It might not be the amphitheater in Verona, completed in AD 30 and still in use recently as seen during the closing ceremony of the Winter Olympics, or even a grand Superdome like they have in New Orleans. But as far as the Palouse is concerned, and with the ever-lovely Kibbe Dome hovering out there in the background, I consider a most worthy space to host such an important event. Sola Scriptura, Scripture alone. Is it enough? Is it enough as a rule of faith, a rule of life, for doctrinal disputations, in questions of ecclesiastical authority, for the ultimate last things questions pertaining to salvation? Sola Scriptura, the topic and exclusive focus of our debate tonight. Arguing the Protestant position is Pastor Doug Wilson, holder of 3 degrees, including a master's degree in philosophy from the University of Idaho. Wilson is a founding board member of New St. Andrews College and a founder of Canon Press Publishing House and the Classical Christian Academy Logos School. Pastor of Christ Church Moscow since 1977, Wilson is the author of numerous books, including Mere Christendom, Reforming Marriage, The Case for Classical Christian Education, and the novel Evangellyfish, winner of Christianity Today's Best Fiction Award in 2012. Arguing the Catholic position is Mr. Joe Heschmeyer, staff apologist for Catholic Answers. He is the host of the YouTube channel and podcast Shameless Popery. He holds 3 degrees as well, including a degree in sacred theology from the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas in Rome and a Juris Doctor from Georgetown University, after which he worked for a time as a litigator in Washington, D.C. Heschmeyer is the author of many books, including The Eucharist is Really Jesus, A Man Named Joseph, Pope Peter, and the Early Church Was Catholic. This debate will proceed in a very straightforward manner. Very shortly, I will invite Pastor Wilson to offer his 15-minute opening statement, which will be followed by Mr. Heschmeyer doing the same. 8-minute rebuttals will follow thereafter. Then 40 minutes broken down into two 20-minute sections will be dedicated to cross-examination. All that will remain after that will be closing remarks, 9 minutes each. And before you know it, I'll be back at this podium thanking you for coming out, hopeful you have received much spiritual food for thought, and wishing you all a good night and safe travels back home. We do ask you to please show our participants and your fellow audience members the highest level of respect in refraining from any noise making and or disturbances while our participants are speaking. We are here for a very special evening, and I thank you indeed for being here to listen to something I believe is sorely lacking in our contemporary society: honest and open and respectful debate. While we certainly come to this arena with differing opinions on the subject at hand, I believe we share, all of us, an equal interest in open intellectual exchange. For being many of us professed followers of the one who is the way, the truth, and the life, we find our appetites ever whetted for discovering the truth in all things. And so I'd like to invite Pastor Wilson to the podium to begin our evening with his opening statement. All right, so if there's a point 0 here, if you want to go over this reflection in kind of numerical order, point 0, go over to the Vandal Catholic YouTube channel page, which is linked in the description below, and you can watch the entire debate. Anything that I'm going to say, right, the majority of people who encounter this debate, this material, are most likely going to be watching it online. They will make up their own mind, right? And people who were there in person at ICCU Arena made up their own mind. So the number one thing, the number 0 thing, the first thing, the best thing you can do, of course, just go watch the debate for yourself. The next thing I want to say is I intend to do this reflection totally freestyle. You're not going to see, I can't stand that when people are doing a video and they have these cuts and they go kind of forward, back, side, whatever, because you have no attention span, because your attention span is like 2 seconds long and we got to always do the bells and whistles and whatever and this kind of thing. Or I'm so self-conscious about what I'm going to say, I got to edit it like 6,000 times. No. As you can see, I said my opening piece and then I showed you the radio edit and now I'm back and there's going to be no cuts. I'm just going freestyle. I have no script. I am outside right now. If I was going to put a script anywhere, it certainly would blow away with the wind that is currently in the area. So I promise this is a true reflection. This is a real reflection. This is like if you saw me after the debate and you're like, hey man, what'd you think of this debate? So here it is, okay? Totally unscripted. I promise I don't even know what I'm going to say. These are the real thoughts. Like this is me making this video, sitting down, asking myself, imagining someone else is asking me, and I'm just going to freestyle my thoughts. If 0 was, go check out the debate for yourself over at Vandal Catholic YouTube. All right. Point number 1 was I was extremely impressed. From a professional level. I feel lucky that in the past, all the different debates we've done have been done fairly well, for sure. I've moderated every single one of them, going back to our first one in 2020. The professionalism really struck me this time, and I was very happy, very grateful for that. I'll give you the best example. You don't see this perhaps on the recording, but there's a clock like in the middle of the arena, and the debaters are told, listen, you cannot go past 000. You have 15 minutes for opening statement, whatever cross-examination, please stop talking when it hits 0. Every single time, even to my great surprise, when one of the speakers was talking and it's like, oh, he seems pretty midstream into his point. I don't know if he's going to make the time. He might go over, 5-10 seconds, and that's fine, by the way. The kind of egregious stuff is when people go over like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever, and it messes up the whole timestamps of the debate. No, both men, every single time, when it's clicking down to 0, they were done. So they were obviously very, very well prepared. That's point number 1. They were very well prepared, very professional. Number 2, I think both of them did a good job arguing their position. The debate obviously is on Sola Scriptura, so please stay on topic. Please talk about that. Don't go off into crazy rabbit holes. Both of them, following off point 1, point number 2 would be, as they were professional in point 1 with the clock and all that, they were very well prepared. It was obvious that they do this often. They are very comfortable public speaking, and they understand how to construct an argument. And I don't know who's watching this video. A lot of people might be watching this saying, so what? I mean, that doesn't sound so crazy. Well, believe me, you'd be surprised at how often people cannot understand, like, you're supposed to be talking about oil, you're supposed to be talking about ice cream, you're supposed to be talking about Rottweilers, and people cannot help themselves but talk about everything besides. Both of these men did a really good job staying on topic with Sola Scriptura. They were well prepared. They argued their positions well. A third thing, super cool to see people come out. We had this at ICCU Arena, the basketball court at the University of Idaho. It was totally filled up. How many people were there? 2,000 plus, I think. That's pretty sweet. For a campus ministry event, that's insane. That's insane to have 2,000 people. Maybe it was 2,500. Basically, from what I know from the people that organized it, again, I was just moderator, and that's my role. But some of the people in Vandal Catholic, who I'm going to conclude this video by giving a shout out to because they certainly deserve it, they were saying, like, the tickets are basically sold out, all that kind of thing. So point number 3 is, like, man, very, very cool. The interest in this, to come hear this exchange, to come out, support it in such full force, that was very fun. It was fun to see. I think our previous record was like 400 people. So this beat that by about 5,000%, whatever that is, or 500%. 5 times over. It was very, very impressive. It was a great crowd. Point 4, I think I'd really focus on the respect of the debate. That was cool. People don't understand how not to do ad hominem attacks. The reason that social media is such an absolute cesspool, the reason why it's so disgusting and awful often, is because people cannot help themselves but attack the person ad hominem against the man instead of talking about the arguments. And that's just the worst. That's just so annoying. It's not the worst in kind of this, oh, these people are mean or something. It's just so annoying. It's so terrible. It's so anti-intellectual and immature that you cannot defend your position without attacking someone personally. Both these men did a fantastic job not doing any kind of personal attacks, or even, there wasn't even kind of confessional attacks where it's like, here's a Catholic speaker, here's the Protestant speaker, we're going to talk about Catholicism, Protestantism. They really, really, really honed in on the idea of, is the authority of the Bible alone enough, etc. I don't want to talk too much about the nuts and bolts of the debate. Back to point 0, go and watch it. But they were very good about that. And the audience was very respectful too. There weren't people in the audience who were like, the only reason I'm here is to yell something. The only reason I'm here is to make a disturbance. No. People seem to have come out because they actually wanted to watch this. So, it goes without saying, I can't think of anything else really, because, except to say how happy I am, because I don't think it's that easy to have all these things come together. Like, in recap, well-prepared people who stay on time, who obviously do this a lot and are very comfortable and professional and well-presented and respectful towards one another, and being able to do it in front of a large audience where people voting with their feet, actions not words, say, hey, we care about this. We care about these perennially interesting topics about the faith. And as I said in my opening remarks, we all came to that arena with differing views. I, despite being the moderator, the neutral party, the umpire, the referee, I'm a Catholic, I'm part of Vandal Catholic. All of us have our certain, thoughts and like, oh, I hope this side wins or that or whatever. But we still came out, still enjoyed it, and it was a very kind of, very nice atmosphere. So I want to conclude the video by just giving those shout outs, like I said. Hayden, our campus minister, epic. He was the point man, did an amazing job. Tom, Travis in the planning, Deacon Eric Meyer, incredible job with a lot of his outreach. And the number one person that I want to thank, and I'm probably missing some people, forgive me. I mean, all of Vandal Catholic did a wonderful job. The number one person I want to thank is our pastor, Father Chase Hasenrall, who just recently got his PhD from Oxford. That is so boss. That is so amazing. Hey, I've got this guy. He's going to come play pickup football with us. He's going to be steady quarterback. He's on the Dolphins. He's on the Miami Dolphins. Is he good at football? Probably, right? He's NFL quarterback. It's so cool having a pastor who's a true, an amazing pastor, amazing shepherd, man of faith, and also just a first-class academic himself. So to Father Chase Hasenrall, he's the one who's had all these ideas over the year to do these debates and that kind of thing, and made it very easy for me to carry out my role as moderator and that kind of thing. And again, just a sincere thanks to all the people who made the night as special as it was. Of course, the two debaters themselves, Joe and Doug. Thank you guys for agreeing to do this, doing such a good job. Thank you to everyone who came out. And when you go and do point number 0 and you go and watch this, I hope you enjoy it.